Oh, what's like a favorite TikTok that you've made?
You're gonna think this is crazy. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It was my Halloween one.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I teased a bit of a Molly Rutter video in a past video that I did. I included her in the second half segment of some TikTok crash outs that have been appearing a week or so ago on my FYP.
All this is to say that I will now be permanently deleting this platform.
You know, TikTok went and then came back for the Americans, and now it seems to be back for a short period of time only, maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even think the Americans are really that sure at this point. But what I can tell you, the transition from TikTok to YouTube for Molly Rutter has been nothing short of entertaining.
Messy. I'm full of contradictions.
Stuff that she has admitted so far since she's tried to almost migrate her way over to YouTube has been nothing short of shocking.
Went to my local library, I took out some books, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, I did not open a single one of them.
Nothing short of shocking. I want to also catch everyone up with what happened after she was begging people for money. Someone allegedly stole her money from Turkey from her PayPal account. Okay, the money went missing, even though they don't have PayPal over there, it's been banned, so that makes absolutely no sense. We also have her lecturing us on why it is that TikTok is a job, which I agree that social media is actually a job. I don't think anyone should be denying this. It's in fact a job. But to her then going, she is not going to be doing TikTok anymore and she is going to be deleting her account. It's been days and it's still up. I think what she's doing over on YouTube at the minute is highly interesting, and there's some actual shocking news that she has delivered to us.
Wait, when did you start watching me?
But anyway, that is the topic of today's video. So if you want to go grab a snack, grab a coffee, grab a beer, grab a glass of juice, glass of milk, anything that you guys want, go and grab it because you might be here for a little while.
You guys are psychos. You guys are actually psychotic.
Before we get onto any of that whatsoever, I just want to do a huge shout out to today's sponsor, MD Hair, who I have been absolutely loving, and you're going to absolutely love it as soon as I start explaining exactly what they're all about. I have always had a little bit of problem with my hair. It's not very voluminous. There's bits that are missing. I had a really stressful year a few years ago. It was ultra stressful. It actually led to the point where I was genuinely losing large parts of my hair at the back of my scalp, and I go to my hairdresser and she'd be like, Amy, what is this? And it was quite literally a little stump of hair that obviously had just been shedding purely due to stress. I can say now that my hair has recovered since then, but it can be dry. It can be dry, it lacks volume, it's extremely straight, and I really, really, really do struggle with trying to find a proper hair routine that makes my hair have an added boost to it. The thing I love is the customization and the AI intelligence of MD Hair. So in short, you have this quiz that is available on the website, and I will just throw up my results right here. I checked exactly what I wanted. They use AI technology to determine what type of treatment, what type of shampoo, what type of conditioner, what type of serum that you need based on your scalp. You have to actually take a picture of your scalp. Mine came back and it said that it's stage 2 hair loss, and honestly I really had absolutely no idea. I knew that I was missing a bit of hair, but I had no idea that I was at a stage 2. That whole part extremely exciting because it meant that I was able to A, find out that I was at a stage 2, B, have products that would actually work for my scalp and work for my hair. Their treatment kit includes several different products with their own effect and different natural ingredients inside each product. What is unique is everything you need comes in a single kit. To start your hair growth, you need to stop hair loss, heal your scalp, and make your hair stronger, and it is only possible with a combination of different products, shampoos, serum, and supplements working inside out. So you can see in this box, you get all of your products right here, from your shampoos to your collagen to your serums, and I just want to show you just the stages in which I implement using all of these different products. So I'm not going to show myself in the shower, but what I end up doing is I shampoo my hair, I condition my hair. It says to leave in conditioner, glide it through the ends for 2 minutes. Then I'm on to drying my hair. It does say on the serum you need to apply it to dry hair. As you can see, this is literally only from 2 to 3 weeks of using this. You can see the silkiness that is coming from my hair. It is so silky. It shines in the light. It adds instant volume. I love the way that this product makes my hair feel. I can't comment on whether or not it is growing the bits of hair that I need growing in the back, because it does say that for full results it can take between 2 and 4 months. Then go and get my collagen to have 8 ounces of water, and then you then take a little scoop and pop it in, give it a little stirry stir. Also go and I take my little capsule, just taken down with a swig of water, absolutely fine. And that is my routine when I want to wash my hair. Now if I'm not washing my hair, of course I will leave out the shampoo and conditioning part, but I will go ahead and I will do everything else. So if you're really excited, you love that result that I've been showing you, and you want to get 70% off your very first kit, full size products as well. We're not scrimping out, they are full size products. Customize your hair growth treatment with MD Hair. Use my promo code Amy70 to get your first month of customized products at 70% off. Leave it linked to my description box, and I will leave it in my pinned comment. Thank you so much to MD Hair for sponsoring today's video and for making my hair literally feel amazing. You need to now get on to what is going on with Molly, because I've got so much to catch up on. I've written so many different notes. We just need to get into it.
And I order my stuff. I'm going to wait, and Bubba poops on the ground.
Now, if you have no idea who Molly Rutter even is, because there might be a selection of you who have no idea, and Molly went through a stint of doing a lot of dating content. Prior to this, she did live in Turkey. She had a boyfriend who she now has recently disclosed as to why they broke up. That live, by the way, was an absolute disaster.
St. Patrick's Day birthday fiasco. I lost it because he ruined my night.
She has experimented with different types of content. She's done a lot of dating content, and some of it has been very controversial, can be a bit of a controversial figure. One of her more notable dates was when it was Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and she decided to almost stage this happening that, you know, she got attacked or whatever by one of her dates. Turns out it wasn't. It was actually just an advertisement for a haunted house walkthrough. One of the things she's always been very vocal on, however, is the fact that TikTok is her job. She does spend a lot of her time arguing with her audience. She quit her full-time teaching job to pursue a career in TikTok, amassing 50k followers, which is not a lot over on TikTok to be quitting your job for, which was very much a choice, and people have tried to tell her.
I think in content creation, I exchange a service in the form of entertainment for money. That sounds like a real job to me, doesn't it?
Following the TikTok ban and then coming back, she posted a video in which she was very upset and she was asking her audience for money, and I covered this last.
I was just on the phone with my therapist, and he told me that it's okay if I ask for help. So, here's me shamelessly asking for help. I've done this before online, and I'm doing it again.
Since that has happened, she then came back. She said that she had gained access to her account again. However, she isn't able to get the money out because it's not there on PayPal. On further digging, she found out that actually somebody from Turkey had taken her money.
I'm extremely emotionally hungover, as you can tell by the eye bags. Update about the payment thing. So once I found out this app was open again, I immediately went and checked my payment information. I still have not received my payout. But I discovered something. I was hacked. Someone put in their own PayPal information, was sending my live rewards and my last payout to them. So I went on, I added 2-step verification to my account, I changed all my passwords, and I deleted the unknown device. Guess where the unknown device was? Turkey?
Now, without properly looking into this, one might assume, oh, that's really bad that someone's just hacked into your account. Unfortunately for her, according to Google, actually, and what everyone else is saying, in Turkey, they're not allowed PayPal. PayPal's gone. PayPal's a banned thing over in Turkey. So how that is meant to be happening, I have absolutely no idea. Now, this caused a great lot of commotion, okay? So much commotion went on with this. People were going, well, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the ironic thing is, the predecessor of that video was a live that she did where she was ranting about her ex, who was her Turkish boyfriend, was explaining their breakup. And I'm not going to lie to you, if you watch that full video, it's very apparent that she did handle the breakup in a pretty extraordinarily bad way.
I screamed so loud that, like, security in my building came up to see if everything was okay. Because that's how loud I was yelling.
It's funny because people on there were saying to her, you know, oh, he was talking about you, or he was liking comments, or whatever the case may be. For her to then come back on and say, oh yeah, my money's been taken and it was someone from Turkey. Oops. But you can't, they don't have PayPal. I don't understand how this makes any sense. Following on from this, she then went on and she did a video, which is right up here, and she said, TikTok deleting. I'm deleting TikTok. Newsflash, it's still up. It's still there. It's not going anywhere.
You know that I just got a notification that TikTok has disqualified me from the Creator Rewards program, that I have violated community guidelines, but they have not specified which community guidelines I have violated. I have a feeling that I was disqualified either because they're unwilling to resolve the payment that I'm owed, or maybe the fact that I've been open and political on here.
Very good for me, because it meant that I could actually go back and screenshot some of her videos. But the problem that we're having is that she's come back and she said that I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot to YouTube. And she does in fact have a YouTube following. And I have sat through many of her videos, even the long form ones. What I will say is the very first one that I clicked on, which was uploaded 4 hours ago from the time of this being made. You'll never guess this, okay? She admits that during her Molly Gets Political rant, she never read the books that she checked out of the library.
If you've been following me on TikTok, you might be familiar with my Molly Gets Political series. And one of the first things I posted about with that was how I wanted to read more. And I went to my local library, I took out some books, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, I did not open a single one of them. I have a feeling I have undiagnosed ADHD.
Now, if you are completely confused, Molly took it upon herself to get Molly Gets Political for a short period of her TikTok time where Trump was elected, and she got very upset about this, as a lot of other people did. She came to TikTok and started lecturing everyone over the importance of education is key. Education is wealth. We should all be educating ourselves. And she tried to make a segment called Molly Gets Political. I say try, she did make a segment where she'd basically sit there and try and teach people about new things. However, one of the very first things that she decided to do was, I'm going to go down to the library and I'm going to go and get books about like racial injustice and about racism in America.
Also, next week I'm planning to go to my local library. I'm going to check out books so that I can learn more about the real history behind the United States of America. I'm going to read more books about how our government works and is run. I want to learn a lot more about economics. I also want to consume literature that's written by marginalized groups. I'm specifically thinking in my head Black women. I'm also thinking about Black women in terms of consumer items that I promote. I completely agree with you. It would have been beneficial for me to use my platform to talk about politics and advocacy before this point. But does that mean that I should just not do anything about it now?
For the love of all that's I cannot find the video in which she shows us what she got, because I believe she filmed that on Instagram story. But she picked out some books which were then criticised by other people because I think they were written by white authors. That might be right, that might be wrong. I can't remember. I can't even find the video anymore. And tried to lecture all of us on how important it is to be informed, and we should all be informed. She never read the books. Molly never read the books.
And then I checked out a book that is on my Kindle. And then I checked out a couple of other books that once they're available, they're going to send me an email and I can come pick them up.
I'm going to be honest with you, that whole segment of her TikTok was one of the more unbearable things. Not because she was teaching us things, but because she teaches you things through an air of superiority is just unmatched. It's unmatched. The way that she tries to talk to you about these issues, it could be handled so much better, but it just descends into her screaming and shouting at people. She has gone on live and she's done lives from different political standpoints where she basically ends up just screaming at the opposition. And like, even if Molly has good points, you can't hear her through all of the screaming that is going on.
But he didn't go to prison. He didn't go to
Convicted
prison.
and sentenced are two different things. He was convicted of them. Yes, he's not in jail for it right now.
I understand. I understand, but if
convictions are not true.
Person, I feel like
Presidents do that.
You're
Like,
praising,
you're okay with
like
where's
you're
the morals?
you're demonizing him, but you're also.
I'm literally using the facts. The facts are this. These are facts. I'm not making this shit up.
If those, you know,
He's demonized himself. He's demonized himself.
And then I listened to a video that she did. This is leading up to the next part. Are you ready? So Molly has decided that she's going to start having guests on her podcast, and the quality's great, it's all good, but she doesn't get a lot of views on them, but whatever, it's a slow progress. YouTube always is. She says that she wants to start getting guests on the podcast. Now, she can't find any guests, or she hasn't tried to, or whatever the case may be, so she's invited her fans on.
I'm like such a huge Molly fan. Like, I've been locked in before the podcast. Steven like knows about you through me, but we're both just like huge fans.
Wait, when did you start watching me?
We've all got to blow smoke up our ass every now and again. That is fine. But she has this girl on who's asking her several questions. And one of the questions was, what was your favourite video? And she comes out with this.
This is crazy. You're going to think it's crazy. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Am I going to say it? Am I going to say it? It was my Halloween one.
To her fairness, she does go on and she does say it's because of the creativity. But I'm just thinking, right, if that was me, no matter how creative, I could have walked from one side of the planet to the other and filmed it all. If there was controversy in that video, or it was the main aim, or it was built off of controversy and my audience hated it and demanded that you say sorry because of how dare you do this and that, that would not be my favorite video. That video would be deleted. I'd be apologizing for whatever I'm doing, walking from one side to the other, and I'm being controversial. Whatever the case may be, I could literally do something ultra controversial but still put a lot of creativity into it. Why is that her favorite video? That is the one thing that everyone references when they're like, oh, but what did Molly do that's so bad? That's literally one of the number one things, is that she exploited a domestic violence incident that didn't actually happen, stood in front of cop lights or whatever's going on to make it seem like she had been assaulted, but actually she hadn't been assaulted, and she left us all hanging for days. Okay, that's the breakdown of it. That is her favorite episode that she's ever done.
Your comments, and I understand that there were people who felt that my makeup look, which included a black eye and a busted lip, was highlighting domestic violence and physical abuse, which was absolutely not my intention at all. Even people with good intentions, their actions and their behaviors and their words can have unintended negative consequences.
It's her favorite video, and I can't tell if she's joking. I don't want to know if she's joking. I have a feeling she's not joking. Oh, she calls us all psychos as well, by the way, and she says that everyone spends way too much time gossiping, but then she in the same breath says, oh, but I like to gossip and I like to talk about other people as well, which is kind of mooting her whole point. It's a moot point, right? It doesn't make much sense.
You guys are psychos. Like, you guys are actually psychotic. I mean, even if I was paying for myself for my own fucking birthday, that's my fucking right. But second of all, you've never had your best friends take you out for your birthday. Literally didn't have money. And my best friends were like, let's celebrate your birthday. We're going to take you out. Like,
Like the good friends do.
Oh my God. Like, it's just crazy. Like, people are praying for my downfall at every second. I'm like, something's wrong with you guys. Something is seriously wrong with you guys.
She also says that everyone gets the wrong end of the stick and that they're all making assumptions. So she tells us the story about how she took her dog, Bubba, is it? I can't remember. She took her dog into a cafe, and she told people this, I think via a story or whatever it was, that her dog in a cafe did a crap on the floor. And everyone was talking about it because people were like, I bet she didn't even pick it up. Like, that's disgusting, da-da-da. Like, you'd have to be a pretty foul human not to pick it up. But she says this.
My dogs to this cafe. It's a dog-friendly cafe. I order my stuff. I'm going to wait. And Bubba poops on the ground. I was like, oh my God. I pick it up immediately. And I put the bag outside the door because I didn't want it to smell in the cafe. Right? And there was like a woman sitting kind of near it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Tell me why people on my live were commenting that like you let your dogs shit in a cafe and don't even pick it up. I'm sorry, that's creepy as fuck.
Now, I'm just going to let you know, right? I don't know if it's the British in me or what, but if I was that lady, I doubt I would say much. If I was asked, I'm sorry, is that okay? I don't want to cause conflict. I'd probably be like, yeah, that's fine. In my head, like, what are you doing? Why are you taking a dog into a cafe that's going to crap everywhere? Before you say it, I have a dog. And this is not and I'm not talking about incontinent older dogs or puppies that you're training, okay? I would argue maybe don't take a puppy into a cafe, maybe take it into like a pet store or somewhere until you know that it's not going to shit everywhere. Because as soon as that shit hits the ground, that whole cafe is going to freaking smell. You don't even have to have a dog to say this. You can smell dog crap from across... you can smell it, right? It's disgusting stuff. I don't care what anyone says. It's disgusting. It's one of the worst parts about owning a dog is that you had to pick up after it, but that is just life. But that she's so casual, like, oh yeah, my dog, and then I just put it outside. And I'm like, it's stuff like this that you say that gets people like amped up. Do you know what I mean? But then she then calls everyone else psycho for questioning some of this stuff. One of the things that she does talk about, which does actually, like, people shouldn't be filming her. She says that she went out dancing because it was her birthday, but of course she hasn't had any money recently. People were like filming her and being like, well, why is she out and about and she hasn't got any money? Like, no, you shouldn't be like randomly filming people. Like, that is not cool.
Music, I'm dancing. I see these girls like over in the corner and they're recording me.
And she then goes on to this tirade talking about green flags guy, who I think was that same guy that had the dog that she took a video of, and everyone was like, maybe don't take a video of the guy's dog, otherwise everyone else is like gonna know who it is, because this dog had a very distinctive like bandana on around its neck. If you knew that dog, you'd know the owner. She tells the story of the fact that he was unhappy, and then she was absolutely shocked and horrified that he would have such an adverse reaction to it.
And he was like, maybe you should stop posting about the dating content. Like, maybe. So we had this discussion, right? He interpreted that as me saying I'm not gonna post the date content of us. So I posted it, not knowing that that was how he interpreted that conversation, and he flipped out. He felt that I betrayed him. He felt that he's like, I thought we discussed this. Like, you said you weren't going to post it. And I was like, oh my God, I completely misunderstood. Like, I thought we were just talking about potentially not posting about dating content. I didn't think you meant you didn't want me to post that one. And also, since you gave me a glowing review of it, I thought it was A-okay. And so I was just like, it was a really confusing conversation about it. And what ended up happening is he completely judged me. He started saying things like, that I should be using my platform for good instead of trying to benefit monetarily by exploiting other people.
And then he then said, hey, do you mind sharing something from this charity that I'm doing? And then instead of her going, yeah, okay, that seems fair, she says something like, yeah, but like, I just thought that was really out of order.
And he says, well, how about you promote my charity? And I said to him, like, I feel like this isn't genuine. I feel like you're only saying it because you want to like say, hey, you owe me because you did this now about me on your platform, so now you should do this for me.
I'm not gonna lie, if you listened to the live stream that she did where she was ranting and raving about her Turkish ex, you would fully understand what is going on, because the whole gist of that was that he apparently never paid his way. He was relying on her for money. It was his birthday, but his birthday was also clashing with St. Patrick's Day. He said that he didn't really want to go out, and then they ended up going out, and she wouldn't listen to him. He then ended up sulking and being like, I want to go back home. He then ended up leaving and saying, what time are you going to be back? And she said, I'll be back for 12. And when she wasn't back for 12, she then came back home because he'd messaged her saying, hey, where are you? Because it's like 1 or something. And her response was, how dare you be so controlling? And she basically started screaming at him.
He keeps calling me, call him. And I was like, okay. And I had all these missed calls from him. So I call him back, and he's like, I thought you said you were coming home at midnight. It was after midnight. It was probably like 12:30, like something like that. I was like, I know I said that. I was like, but we're having so much fun. Like, I'm dancing. And he was like angry with me about it. And that was hella triggering for me, because like I said before, I've been in abusive relationships. I said, like, I don't like how you're acting right now. I'm having fun. I'll come home when I come home. Eventually I came home a few hours later, but like, no, I didn't. I remember I didn't even stay out that much longer because I was so, like, my mood was ruined because of him. I told him straight up. I was like, you ruined my night. You ruined my night. Because you aren't able to articulate your feelings. You don't even understand your feelings. And then you acted the way you did, like begging me to come home. Like, you knew how important St. Patrick's Day was to me. I put in so much effort to celebrate your birthday today. And by the way, he wasn't even a birthday guy. We're having this conversation. I'm saying this to him. And then he does this. Are we ready, guys? Strap in. He goes, oh yeah, I'm such a terrible boyfriend, aren't I? Don't you dare do the woe is me around me, friend. Like, don't do that passive-aggressive shit around me, friend. I fucking lost it. I was yelling so loud that my throat hurt because I had been paying for everything our entire relationship. He was unemployed. And that's a whole different part of the story. So I fucking lost it because he ruined my night, lacked emotional intelligence about it, and then tries to play the woe is me, I'm such a bad boyfriend. I screamed at him. I go, you know what? You are a bad boyfriend. I said, this relationship is not balanced. It is not equal. I am paying for everything. On top of being the financial provider for this relationship, you're also asking me now to do emotional labor for you? I was like, no, I said to him, you're asking too much of me. And guys, I screamed so loud that like security in my building came up to see if everything was okay. Because that's how loud I was yelling.
Listening to that whole conversation, and I was like, that guy seems like, if what she's saying is true, bit of a deadbeat, doesn't really want to get off his ass and do anything, is relying on her for money. Who knows if that is true or not? Literally, who knows? Whereas she doesn't sound nice to him at all. I was like, I wouldn't want to get screamed and shouted at on my birthday because you said you'd be back for 12. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been in that kind of situation. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I honestly, I was confused when people were saying, like, yeah, like, what a leech. Like, he's just leeching onto you, da-da-da-da. And it's like, but it was his birthday and you were screaming at him because you said he was ruining your night, but it was his birthday. I don't understand. Her response was, oh, he doesn't really care about birthdays anyway. And I'm like, anyway, this is just kind of painting the picture. She can be quite stubborn, right? And she's not really listening to anyone else. But what I will say is that she's admitting to these things on her YouTube, i.e. I didn't read the books, you know, the DV thing was my favourite, all this kind of stuff, admitting some truth about the different dates she's been on. Does she not realise that people from TikTok are following her over on YouTube? Like, this is just going to continuously spiral. I do think that some people can be a bit too harsh on her. I do definitely think that. I do think that there is criticism there, though. I really do. Constructively, I do think that, you know, some of the things that she's said and done are definitely noteworthy and should be picked up on. It's a public platform, after all. But do I think she needs, like, relentless trolling? People just... No, I don't think that whatsoever. But I do think that people can call her up on quite a lot of the stuff that she says, because she would have no issue doing the same thing to other people. That's pretty much all I've got to say to you guys today. If you want to customize your hair growth treatment with MD Hair, use my promo code AMY70 to get your first month off of customized product at 70% off. That is honestly an amazing deal. Go and check that out. Link in my description box, my pinned comment. Hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Are you British?
Yes, I'm British.
Sorry, my love. I want to talk to a Trump supporter and I want to hate on them, but I love you.